led by What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of College Basketball Hangout. Parlay Tees. We'll make some money today. Have big apologies yesterday. I hijacked Wham's show. I clicked the wrong link, so probably missed a lot of people, but it is what it is. We hopefully y'all caught the replay. Made a couple dollars. Didn't do too well in the men's, but the women's smashed, man. It's fucking smashed in the women's, straight up. Got some women's today, too. Some women's, NCAA women's for everyone to get on and let's make some money, man. So, appreciate you all coming in. What's up, Kylie? Good to see you, bro. Don Play, Chris Fisher. Let's get some money. You need a winner today. We'll see what we can do for you. What's up, Mike Benson? How you been, bro? And let's get paid. So let's get right to it. It's this game right here. I gotta do this when I talk about it because this is one of those games, man, where I'm kind of torn on it. But I gotta go with Iona. Iona first half -5.5. It was 4.5 last night. Jumped a point this morning or today. Man, that 5.5 is tough. It's tough because St. Mary's is a team that I've been riding. I've been riding first half. I think the last time they didn't cover the first half was against Iona last month. So they're at home now. Iona's not the best on the road, but I just think Iona's got too much for him. Too much to handle for him. So I think we can pretty much say that that Iona should roll them. Should roll them as long as they're on point. What's up, Nut Flush? Good to see you, my man. Hope everything's doing well. Hope the family's doing well, bro. Yeah. So I mean, really, Iona should blow them the hell out. They did the first game in the first half when they played back in. Let me pull up my notes here so I'm not giving bad information. Back in beginning of February, the Iona won the game 81-51. They won by 30. They were up by double digits at the half. I have to say that I don't see any difference in this game, to be honest with you. Even though St. Mary's is at home, I think that Iona's just too much for this team. St. Mary's has been able to hang first half with the rest of the Metro, but Iona's been that team, man. But Iona on the road, you're rolling the dice on this one. And if I'm going to roll the dice, I'm going with Iona. I have to go with the stronger team because if Iona's on their A game, which, Friday nights have been kind of sketchy with them. I think last Friday night they didn't cover the first half, but Sunday or maybe they covered the first half. Sunday they didn't. I can't remember. But as far as that goes, yeah, they did cover. They did cover last week. They played Manhattan. That's right. They covered last week, first half against Manhattan, and then Sunday they covered against St. Peter's. So there's really nothing to say about this game. I mean, you got a team in Iona that's just head and shoulders above the rest of this conference and should blow every team in this conference out. It's just a matter: are they going to be motivated? Are they going to play? They're 2 games ahead of Siena. With they've got 4 games left, including tonight. They've got 4 games left in the conference schedule, regular season, and you would think that they want to separate themselves to keep that number 1 seed because not that they're going to lose they shouldn't lose any of these games. And I think they've only lost one conference game this season against Siena. Actually, two. They lost to Quinnipiac as well. So, and they do play Siena on Sunday. So that could be a spot where it's a look ahead. I don't know, man. I don't know. This, Rick Pitino. I don't know what's up with Rick Pitino. He needs to have this team motivated. He needs to have them playing tonight. Put the hammer down against Mount St. Mary's, get a big win, roll. Then they go back home against Siena to revenge a loss against Siena, and I'll be all over Iona come Sunday. So I'm just letting you know right now. We don't have a show on Sunday. I'm going to be on first half Iona on Sunday. So, and I don't know what that line would be, but I would assume it's going to be higher than 5.5. I would think it'd be closer to double digits, to be honest with you. But I don't know. We'll see. In my numbers, they should whoop Siena up, and come out motivated. So I like them tonight in the first half, -5.5, and that's basically my top play as far as the men's go tonight. Just because of that fact, they can't afford to get caught sleeping here. Even though that they played a stellar season so far this year, but they're really only two games up as far as losing that number one seed in the Metro Conference tournament. So I have to think that Rick Pitino tries to get them motivated and going into the postseason on a high note. So I don't think we get a letdown spot here. What's up, big boss? My guy, the Prez. What's good, Yank? Man, Brian Stevens. What's happening? Kylie, what you got here, bro? Ottawa team total over. Jets team total over 2.5. That's the guy to ask, Kylie. That's the guy to ask. That's for sure. What's up, Max? What's good to say, man? I know, bro. Yeah, I figured it out, man. I figured it out. You're on the other side with St. Peter's first half, huh? I can't blame you on that, but I don't see how. I don't see it. I don't see it, man. Not St. Peter's on the road. If they were at home, yes. I was actually looking more at a St. Peter's team total under. I think it's an under game. Well, we're talking about that next. So let me pull that game up. As a matter of fact, here we'll get right into that. We have St. Peter's versus Canisius, and I'm on Canisius first half. There's no way in the world I'm going to bet St. Peter's on the road. Definitely not in the first half. So I was actually thinking maybe a first half over in this game, to be honest with you, but a full game under. But I didn't move on any of that. The last time these two teams played was back in January. Canisius won 67-60, and let's see how that first half played out. In the first half, Canisius won 31-25, and that was at St. Peter's. I don't see it, man. Boss, we're gonna have to talk about this one because I want to see what your thoughts are on this one, man. Because I wish you could pop on because I do want to hear what you have to say if you're on St. Peter's first half. If there's something that I'm missing or what, but I would think St. Peter's, especially being on the road, isn't going to show up right away. I think that they come out maybe second half and tighten this game up a little bit. I think the full game is going to go under. I think the first half could be an over. The numbers on that right now are all right. Let me get off of my women's page because I was looking at the women's games, the women's lines. I'm really pissed off, man. I wanted to bet St. John's on the women's tonight, man, but they do not have a line anywhere for them. And I'm fucking mad about that. I wanted to just pound the shit out of St. John's tonight. All right, so Canisius And the first half total in this is 62 and a half. That's not so. I mean, the book's probably seen the same thing I'm seeing, because I was thinking that would be like in 59, 60 range. So 62 and a half is probably a pretty sharp number. I think I have that around 63. So maybe that's a total I stay off. But the full game, they have the full game at 132. That's probably pretty sharp too. So I don't know. Total something I'm gonna stay off of. I think, but I'm on Canisius first half minus 1.5. I think that's money. Uh, St. Peter's. What's this saying? St. Peter's at home, okay, not on the road. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. At home, yeah, but not on the road. No way. No fucking way. Yeah, I know you're at work, boss. I know that, man. I do want to hear what you have to say, though, man. I would love to hear it. Well, what's this? Just took a Delvin dump size after eating That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. All right, so it just says St. Peter's a team with a better defense. Yeah, but that doesn't that I, I don't even know about that, man, to be honest with you. I mean, defensively, um, yeah, maybe. I just don't see them getting the points to be able to um to do that. I mean, they do have a better defense, but it's not better by much. I mean, the problem is the offense. You got. I mean, if you're looking at the defense of St. Peter's, they're probably pretty evenly matched with the offense of Canisius. So, the big difference is the offense of St. Peter's. You got an offense that's ranked in the over 300th in the offensive rating. 326 out of what, 362, 363, whatever many teams are. And the defensive rated team was that's these teams are pretty comparable, but on the opposite ends. You have an offensive rated team in St. Peter's at 98.9, 326, ranked 326 in the NCAA, versus a defensive rated team of 109.5 and 317th in the NCAA. So, and then on the flip side, the offense is right there too. So, I mean, I guess you could say these two teams are pretty evenly matched, but you have to go with where the buckets are going to come in, and they're going to come in with Canisius. So, do I expect this game to be close? Yeah, I do expect this game to be close, but I don't expect it to be close in the first half. And if it is close in the first half, it's going to be, within 5 points. But I think Canisius is on top come halftime. So that's just my opinion. Just one asshole's opinion, man. Their opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one. Don Play. What are you saying here, bro? Can the chat help Don Play out? Do y'all like Fairfield plus Tuesday? Fuck Fairfield, bro. Get out of here with Fairfield. I don't know, man. I don't play full games, and I'm actually on the other side of that Fairfield on the first half. I'm on Niagara first half. Even though it kind of scares me a little bit, the line's only a half. I think the book's been overrating Fairfield a little bit, man. Fairfield has kind of fell off, in my opinion. We'll put that game up now. So I got Niagara minus a half in the first half. Can Fairfield make this a game? Yeah, of course they can. Can they win it? I don't know. I don't think so, man. I don't think in my thinking, but I'm not a full game guy. But no, honestly, I don't think Fairfield wins this, man. I don't think they come into Niagara and win this. If we're looking at motivation factors here, in the standings, you have Fairfield 7th and Niagara is 5th. They're separated by a game. So, you're going to have, I believe you're going to have two motivated teams. And actually, a good play in this game, I think, would be the under. and I didn't fuck with the total at all, but I'm looking at this and I may actually jump on this under, man, because the under is at where the hell's the under at? The under the total, I should say, the total is at 124 and a half. Ooh, wow, I didn't realize it'd be that low. Probably should have grabbed it last night. Probably could have got a couple points higher on that. But yeah, 124 and a half. That's a tough one. Let's look at the first half. See what the first half total is on this. First half total is at 57 and a half. Eesh, I don't even know if I like that on an under. Yeah, this game's too low for me, man. I can't mess with that. And the only way that I would bet it would be the under. It's supposed to be senior night. Uh Canyon. I was looking at Canyon. I was looking at that Canyon game, man. And I'm with you, boss, on that. I like the over in it. And I didn't play it, but it was on my radar. Seattle's when I'm still stuck on Seattle in the beginning of the season where they're not scoring or giving up any points in the first half, but they've been total opposites the last month and a half. So yeah, the over's definitely a look on that. I like that. I like that look. Um, I think Grand Canyon wins the game. I honestly do. My only problem is that Grand Canyon hasn't really played because their last scheduled game was New Mexico State, and being out all the drama that's going down with New Mexico State, they ended up playing some rinky dink school or whatever, a fill in school, and ended up blowing them the hell out, man. So that gives me kind of pause on playing them playing Seattle, taking them against Seattle, like because I don't know how they're going to come out, after playing such a push it rollover, I guess, type of school on short notice. So I'm kind of off on a side there. But if I was going to take a side, I would definitely take Grand Canyon. But I like the over a lot better, to be honest with you. Let's see what my guy Max here has to say. They can play completely if you can stop, catch their shoot. True that. True that. Yeah, man, that's straight knowledge there. Y'all need to check out what Dart Thrower says, man. He's a fucking savant in this shit, man. His opinion is his opinion is very highly regarded by me. So, um, what do you got to say, big boss? Here you go. Only two plays for me today. The card don't fit my edge. It's a small schedule, man. I mean, it's not a good slate. Friday slates haven't been good lately. I'm pretty much want to tell everybody, just kind of put your money in your pocket. If you need to gamble, sprinkle a little bit here, sprinkle a little bit there. But you got a card on Saturday. It's the last Saturday in regular season basketball, and that's where you want to spend your money. But being the last Saturday in regular season basketball, you need to really pay attention to the little trap doors you're gonna find. Believe that. So you need to keep that in mind when you're betting games tomorrow. Um he is the original volume better. That's for damn sure. Although it's funny because I was looking at my bet stamp, and I started using it at the beginning of February. And you want to hear volume betting, man? And I don't know if this is volume betting or if this is degenerate betting, but it's betting, and it is 270 games since the beginning of February. That's freaking crazy. But my net is 11,700. So not bad. Not bad. But 270 games, that's a fucking lot, dude. I think the first day that I started using it was the first Saturday of February, and I had 39 bets. 39 bets. I put everything in that I bet, and I was like, geez, oh man, I bet a lot. So um or did I even bet that first week? Yeah, I did bet that first week of February. I was trying to think if I was in the hospital still. Um No, I can't remember all those bets, man. I cannot remember all those bets. It's insane. um, I love Saturday basketball, man. I love it, dude. It's tomorrow's going to be very unpredictable just because you have so much on the line for so many teams. It's going to be crazy. Yeah, DJ Big Boss, the XFL Defenders +3 over 36 tomorrow. Check if you guys haven't had a chance, man. Check DJ Big Boss's XFL show out. He's been on that. He's been on that, talking about that for a minute. I tried to get into it the first week, but I just couldn't, man. I just couldn't do it. It's not my thing. Not my thing, man. If I'm gonna do anything with The Rock, I'm gonna watch Young Rock on TV. How many stars is in your Iona? Um, Kylie, I gotta be honest with you, man. I got 3 on them, but it's nothing that I was gonna publicize. That's for sure. All right, so now that we run through these real quick. I've only got 3 games. I got Iona first half -5.5. I got Canisius first half -1.5. To the dismay of DJ Big Boss, who has St. Peter's +1.5, and Niagara first half -0.5. And here's probably my favorite play today: NCAA women, Maryland +2. Took them on the money line too. I don't know why they are plus money in this game. It kind of scares me. Really does. Maryland should blow the fuck out of Ohio State tonight. But they're on the road. They're playing in Columbus, so But I looked at this game and I looked at it pretty closely, just because of that fact that they're in Columbus, but in Columbus and Ohio State has been pretty good at home. They're 11-3 at home this year, but you have a Maryland team that's 10-2 on the road. So, and the last time these two played back in the beginning of February, Maryland whooped them up in College Park, 90-54. That's a pretty big deficit to cover, man. To make up in 3 weeks. I mean, I don't see how Ohio State's a favorite. I'm trying to look into why this line is that way, but sort of like last night. Last night, my favorite play was Duke in the women, and it was -4.5 at Caesars, but it was -2.5 at FanDuel. And I was trying to figure out why is that? Because I mean, I had Duke up winning this game by double digits, and I was trying to figure out why this line was so weird, because the weird part about it was it came out on FanDuel. When it came out, it was Duke -18.5. I was like, what? Duke -18? I could not believe that was the opening line on it. And I was like, there's no fucking way. So I didn't. I ran the Caesars and I put it in because they had it at 4.5. I was like, shit, this line's probably going to change. Let me hurry up and go put this in. And I went and put a bunch of money on it. And then I saw it drop down to 2.5 at FanDuel, and that scared me a little bit. I was like, oh shit. So I went to FanDuel and I put $100 and some dollars on Duke at FanDuel. But so it ended up working out. Duke ended up busting them up, so it was good. It was a good play. And those of you who actually got a chance to see that I hijacked the Whams show yesterday, I didn't mean to. I clicked the wrong link, but I ran through my women's card yesterday. We did pretty well. The only loss was UNC. They ended up losing in the last couple minutes of the game, man. Which, oh man, that was frustrating. I thought I had a sweep. I added Louisville on my card, and Louisville whooped them up, man. That was fucking great, dude. So tonight, my first play is Maryland +2 on the women's. If you can get the women's lines, they offer them at Caesars, they offer them at FanDuel, but Caesars doesn't have any lines up, which I don't understand, man. Maybe because I whooped them up last night. They were like, fuck this. We're not betting. We're not giving any women's lines, because I've actually beat the shit out of them the last 3 weeks with women's basketball. So, hold on. Caesars just put their lines up. Let's see what they got. They have Maryland +2. Okay. And they have St. John's on there. Yes, they have St. John's minus 11.5. I'm jumping the fuck on that. So if you got Caesars, man, take that St. John's minus 11.5. Oh man, I'm so psyched about that. So psyched about that. So next game up that I have is Seton Hall. They are playing Butler, and neither of these teams are anything, anything to write home about. But Seton Hall is definitely a better squad than Butler. Both teams, if you look at it, Seton Hall, Butler's 5-9 at home. Seton Hall 6-6 on the road, but they did end up playing. They did play in December, which was a lifetime ago in college basketball. And Seton Hall beat them up pretty good by like 30 points, I think 79-45 or something. So you're getting a short number at 5.5. I do believe this game is going to be close. It's going to be within 10. Um, it wouldn't be a game that I recommend, putting a bunch of money on. But if you're going to take it, take Seton Hall. And the next game that I had was Villanova minus 21.5. This line is way higher than I thought it should. I don't think this line should be that high. But they did play back in December. Nova won 79-54, but again, that was a lifetime ago, in college basketball. Nova's 10-2 at home against a 5-8 road team in Providence. Nova should cover this by 21.5. It's not a line that I'm very comfortable laying, but I will lay it. But I'm only putting a half unit on it. I wanted to put more on it, but Nova should win this game. They should win this game pretty handily. So I like that. But my second favorite game, and now that Caesars put a lineup on this and put it at 11.5, I'm taking St. John's. St. John's is 13-3 at home against a road team, a road record of Georgetown of 4-8, and Georgetown's garbage, man. They suck, like really bad. These two teams played back in December again. It was a 68-48 win by St. John's, but St. John's is sneakily good. Not good, but they got a sneakily good record. They're 20-7 going against Georgetown 13-15. St. John's last 5 games, they've lost they beat Connecticut last Tuesday 69-64. UConn's kind of fell off, so I'm not putting too much stock in that. But beating UConn in UConn is a feat. That's big ups, man. You beat UConn. That's good stuff. But they lost to Marquette, and they lost pretty bad to Marquette, 61-38. And Villanova, they played Villanova at home, and they lost to Villanova at home 73-57. So they're 2-3, and they beat DePaul 77-61 at home. So their last 5 games, they're 3-2, and they beat Xavier. They beat Xavier 73-52. So at home, their last let me see, their last game at home, they lost to Villanova. Lost to Villanova by 13. They beat DePaul by 16, and they haven't really played home. They only played two home games in February, and they beat Seton Hall by 10 and Butler by 2. So that's kind of weird, man. This Butler team's an enigma to me, man, to be honest with you. But yeah, I really like St. John's minus the 11.5 tonight. I really like Maryland plus the 2. I like them on the money line. I think they take care of business tonight against Ohio State. These two teams, like I said, they played at the beginning of the month, and it was a damn near 40-point win for Maryland. How do you make up that much of a? How do you get beat that bad? How do you get beat that bad, and then become a favorite 3 weeks later? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. If I can find out the information why this line is the way it is, I will let you know. I mean, Ohio State's 11-3 at home, but but you have a good road team in Maryland. I mean, the last time that Maryland lost on the road was to Iowa, and Iowa at the time was the number 6 team in the country. So now you have Maryland as the number 7 team. Um, I just don't know, man. I just don't see how. I'm looking at their road games. They struggled a little bit. They struggled a little bit. Let me say they beat Iowa on Tuesday, 96-68, but they lost to Iowa on the road, 96-82, February 2nd. They beat Northwestern on the road, and they squeaked by Michigan State on the road by 5. So I guess that's what they're thinking, that Maryland's road record just isn't they're just not as good on the road. Now let's take a look at the standings for the Big Ten and see where they're going to come in come tournament time. You have a Maryland team who's got um, they've got two. This is their last game against Ohio State here. So Indiana's going to win the conference. So basically, this game right here, Maryland needs this to get the number 2 seed. They need this win. Right now they're tied with Iowa for the number 2 seed in the Big Ten women's, and but they own the tiebreaker over Iowa. So they need to get this win. And Maryland knows they need to get this win. And I think you get a motivated Maryland team tonight. So I'm all over Maryland. Um, that's probably my best play, my biggest play for the night. I've been really hitting on the women, and it's been paying off for me, man. And it's kind of come at the sacrifice has been my men's games kind of fallen off since I started betting the women, but I'm still making money. It's still I've had a couple losing nights with the men, but nothing crazy. You guys follow me, you see, and you could probably have seen the falling off. Probably thought it's been because I was sick or whatever, which that could have been a factor too. But I think a lot of it's been my attention being elsewhere as well. But I have to take these women because my next money maker's coming up in May, and that's the NCAA. I mean, that's the women, that's the WNBA. So definitely check out We Got Next, which will debut in May. We got a big shakeup in the WNBA, so there's a lot to talk about. I'm gonna have some guests on, some WNBA cappers that really know their shit, and that's probably when you'll be seeing me next after this college basketball hangout. But you'll see me here for the next couple of weeks. I don't know how much I'll do during the tournament, just because I'm not a big tournament bettor. Um, if I do, I like to bet the underdogs, but I'll see my spots and I'll take them and I'll post them. So I appreciate everybody hanging out with me today, and let's cash some winners. Let's go over what we're on today. We are on Iowa first. I mean, Iona first half -5.5. Canisius first half -1.5. Niagara first half -0.5. Maryland +2 on the women's NCAA women's. Seton Hall -5.5, Villanova -21.5. But let's just concentrate on these two: Maryland +2 and St. John's -11.5. These are the two that I am smashing, and let's make some money, y'all. I'm sorry I haven't paid attention to the comments. So let me just go through the comments real quick before we throw this down. Let me back this up. Lower nets so they can dunk. You guys are cracking me up, man. You guys is funny, man. No, I can't remember all these bets. Get those women back in the kitchen and the laundry room. Well, what about the softball field? Come on, Max. I know you're betting some women's softball right now. They should make some women's basketball and skirts. Lower the nets so they can dunk. How many stars we thinking? Which game, Yank? Which game you talking about? How many stars? Ohio State is not good at basketball. They could bottle up, and sell, bottle up the smell and sell it online. Wow, that's a good one. They put on so much makeup and get all dolled up to play ball. I watched the Buffalo girls who look like they're going out for dinner at a high school or a high-end Italian restaurant. Oh, you guys are cracking me up. What's up, Meats? Big Meats, what's good, bro? Um, I will check it out, man. I did not see it. I will let you know. Um, Don Play, what do you say? Chat, would you all take Sienna +3 versus Ryder? I think Sienna can win outright. Uh, yeah, I mean, if you look at that, what we were talking about, Sienna does have you know, they should have the motivation to play, considering that they're second in the they're second and Ryder, they're tied with Ryder in the standings for that second seed in the Metro tournament. So I would definitely say you have to have a motivated. You're going to see a motivated team on both sides. So um, mm, that's a tough call, man. Just considering they both are 11-5 in conference, and they both need this win. Ryder needs it more though, because they are both 11-5, and Sienna owns the tiebreaker. So I got St. John's -1. -1. Where do you get St. John's -1 at, bro? I'm curious on that. And the women's, are you talking to women's? You got St. John's -1? I I, I want to know where you got that, man. Oh, 10.5. Okay. I was gonna say -1. I want some of that action. Bet 365. That's good. I'll take it. I'll take that. Maryland St. John's, Seton Hall parlay. I would I'd slow my roll on that Seton Hall, throwing that in the parlay, Meech. Um, I mean, I like it. I wouldn't put a lot on it, but I'll tell you what, if you're playing a three team parlay, if you play it for $50, you're gonna win three something. I would play it both ways. Take Maryland St. John's, Seton Hall. Take Maryland St. John's, Butler. You know what I mean? That way you're still winning three. You're still taking home $300 either way. You know what I mean? That's what I would do, bro. Maryland, Iona, and St. John's. Um, I like that one. I like that one. I can't go wrong with that one. But you're, I don't know what that's St. Mary's team at home, man. I mean, I've been liking playing them first half. The game kind of scares me a little bit, man. It does. But yeah, I did that yesterday with I don't have the ticket in front of me, but I took Louisville in the women's. I took Louisville, LSU, and Duke, and then I took the under in UNC Wilmington men's. But I started thinking to myself, man, this game, man, this under at 50, because it was 58.5 when I put that in. I was like, that's kind of low. Don't know if I like that. And so I played it both ways, and I cashed a $650 ticket, $660 ticket, and I spent $100. So, it works out if you do it that way. If there's a team that you're kind of like on the fence about, throw that third or fourth team in there and flip them. Play two tickets and flip them, man. You're making money either way. I was talking in terms of stars with it. I tend to play straights. Um, okay, gotcha. Um, Maryland, Iona, St. John's. Yeah, no, I like it, man. I like it. Uh, the only reason I put that many asterisks against with Iona is just because I've been riding it all year long, man, and I'm not going to back off it now. I have to do it. What's up, Razor Sharp, my guy? What's good, bro? So yeah, man, I like those plays. Maryland, Iona, St. John's. Um, they, they would have to be my three favorite plays on the board. I would say, you know, um, you get Maryland at plus money, St. John's -11.5, -10.5 at Bet 365, and Iona at -5.5. That 5.5 is scary. I liked it better at 4.5 last night, man. Um, I can see that game being at 5. What's up, Mark Baker? So I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's up to you. I'm not going too heavy on these games tonight just because tomorrow's Saturday and I'm going to be really looking into this card tomorrow and picking my spots. But you definitely have to pick your spots because it is the last regular season Saturday of college basketball. And there's going to be some pitfalls, man. You're going to have teams that are fighting for jockeying for position, for seeding in conference tournaments. And, teams with a little more motivation. So you got to pay attention to that. Just make sure you pay attention to it, and y'all should be all right. I'll post my picks tonight once I go through the lines, and for Saturday. But Sunday, like I said, Iona Sunday. Take them, and smash the fuck out of them because uh, they're going against a team that they took a loss to. So they're gonna be at home and they're gonna get the payback, man. They're gonna get the payback. Siena is just gonna be out of their depths on this one, man. And I think that Iona just blows them the fuck out, man. We'll see what that line comes out at, but just keep an eye on that on Sunday. All right, y'all. I appreciate everybody coming out, man, checking me out. It's been a minute, and I really do appreciate everybody that comes out and watches. And please do me a favor, bet responsibly. Let's cash some fucking tickets tonight, and let's get the fuck out of here, man. Have a good weekend. I'll post my plays tonight for tomorrow or in the morning, and we will cash this weekend, man. So if anybody has any questions, comments, post them down the bottom there, man, and I'll get back to you all for real. All right, appreciate it. Be safe. I'm out.